We're going to look at compound interest in this application. So this is in our section 4.1. All right, so the amount that we have after a certain amount of time is related to our initial investment. So that's the principal. That's how much we initially put in. Okay, and then the number of years that we put our that we have our money invested, that's our T. The rate is just the rate, the interest rate. So that's our R. Now N, that depends on how often we, like how many segments of the year it's broken down into that we're accruing interest. So that's what that N means. Okay, so for example, if our interest just was added to our account once a year, N would be 1. But if it happens semi-annually, it would be 2, quarterly 4, monthly 12, and daily 365. The more often you can compound or add interest on, the better you are, because then you're earning interest on that little bit of extra interest in addition to your principal. So let's do an example here. If we had $3,000 that we initially invested, so that's our principal, at an interest rate of 2%, that's our rate, and it's compounded monthly. Find how much our amount is after 2 years. Okay, so in this case, P is 1,000. The rate is, I'm going to put that in terms of a decimal, 0.22. And N, because it's compounded monthly, N is 12. Okay, for A, part A, our T is 2. So the amount after 2 years would be given by this formula. It's the principal times 1 plus the rate, 0.022, over N, which is 12, to the N, which is 12, times T, which in this case in part A is 2. So we'd have 3,000 times 1. I recommend just typing that whole thing into your calculator because it'll be a little bit more accurate. So we get that it is about 3,134.82. So let's see what happens when we increase T to 10. So we still have the same initial information, but we're just going to leave it in there for 8 more years. So we would have A of 10 would be the initial principal times 1 plus the rate over the number of times it's compounded per year to the power of 12 times 10. And in this case, we would get it's about 3,737 and 48 cents. So that's just basically free money. If you invest early, your money starts building for you, and it's just all of that extra $600 was because your interest is earning interest, and that little tiny bit each year is adding to the principal, and then you're getting to earn interest on that. So that's just great news for investing, but it really can work against you if all of this is happening in a credit card situation where that interest is adding to what you owe, and it can just really snowball pretty quickly.